So this next question comes from Jessica from Tucson, Arizona. She writes, I don't know how to format my APA reference page and my teacher keeps docking me points. How do I do it? Now there's a lot of references out there and there are a lot of videos out there that teach you how to set up your reference page. But what if you set it up according to the videos and you're still losing points? This video will explain exactly what you need to do to format your reference page to hit each point your teacher is looking for. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to move my head out of the way. We're going to share my screen again. So I'm going to put it here on the right. Okay, so this is what we have. So we have our reference page that we're working on, this student. So we provided a plethora of good references. What you see is the spacing is all messed up. You see excess spacing. You also see hyperlinks on the URLs. Now it's kind of interesting that both MLA and APA don't require you to remove the hyperlink from the URLs, but Chicago formatting does. And I always recommend that you remove the hyperlink from the URLs because it makes a much cleaner and more professional document anyways. So just because they don't require it, get in the habit of actually doing it. I'll show you two different ways of removing the hyperlinks here in a second. Now you'll also see if you go down to the bottom two references, you can see a really fine gray background on these references. And what that means is that this student used a citation generator or she copied directly from an online source directly into Word. And what that is just for programmers, a lot of times, that the programming behind those two references is not correct. It's also an indicator that you copied and pasted from a source instead of writing the citation yourself. So I'm going to teach you how to get rid of that pesky gray background on your reference page. Okay, so the very first thing we'll do, we'll go up here. So this one is an APA reference page, and it's called APA references. So it's called a reference page. So you can put references or reference page, it doesn't really matter. Just put references. MLA, you're going to be using works cited, and a Chicago is bibliography. Now, the difference between the three major ones isn't necessarily format, it's mainly how you write your citations. Now this video is not on how to write an APA or MLA or Chicago citation. It's how to format the actual page itself and how to fix your formatting. Something that's never taught in school and a very big nuisance for both students and teachers. So the very first thing I do is I go and I get rid of all these extra spaces right here. We're going to get rid of all of them. So see how this one, there's a bigger space? That's an issue because it's going to be hard to fix if you're going to do manual manipulation. Okay, so I got rid of the extra spaces. Now here is the trick that's going to save you a whole bunch of headache and heartache, and something that took me years to learn. There's two different ways of getting rid of your URLs, right? You could right click it and click remove hyperlink, and it removes the hyperlink from your URL. Now that's a good way of doing it, but the problem is as soon as you click enter, it puts it back in, right? So as soon as you click enter, and let me do it again, remove hyperlink, that looks fine and dandy, but as soon as you click it, or click enter, it puts it back in. So what I want you to do is highlight the entire thing. Okay, highlight your entire reference page. This is also how you fix that nasty gray behind your references. So highlight your reference page, and then here's the secret: Control spacebar. Boom. All right, look at that. So it got rid of everything. And if you go up here and you click enter, it's not going to automatically put that hyperlink. That hyperlink is gone. And so you don't have to worry about having some of your hyperlinks pop back up when you're formatting, right? So your hyperlinks are gone, but you still have goofy spacing, right? Their spacing is all over the place. In between all these words is actually a little bit of different space as well. It's not uniform. You want to make it pretty, right? All right, so let's go down. We're going to highlight again. This time, we're going to go into Home. So you highlight your reference page again. Home. Let's go to Paragraphs. Okay, remember to set your spacing at 0 and 0. Then line spacing. This is the only time that I'll recommend you set line spacing at single, and you'll see why. The main purpose of this is to get all the spacing universal. And here, let me just click it. So single, and then OK. Okay, if you turn in your reference page like this, you're probably going to get an F. But what that does is it gets rid of all those excess spaces and makes everything the same. Okay. So let's go back up to here, back up to your paragraph. If I went too fast, here you go. It's right here on this lower right. You see a little arrow, and that's your paragraph button. Okay, so you set it at single. Now I hate how APA does it, and I think it's better, but they require it in double lines, so double line spacing, which is kind of annoying. I kind of like how Chicago does it better. It's cleaner. But this is an APA tutorial, so do it in double. So do double spacing. Now, this is still ugly, right? And you still don't know where each reference is. So you have this reference, but it kind of all blends in, right? So there's two different ways of setting a hanging indent, okay? You can either go up to here and then go over to your little paragraph bar on top, and then pull the second triangle this way, right? And you could do that with all of your references. But what happens if you have 100 references, or you're too lazy to do it on every single one like I am? Actually, you want to be efficient, right? You want to be efficient and fast. You don't want to be spending all your life on your reference page. So what I do is I go and I highlight the entire reference page, and I go up to paragraph. Now this is the trick too. So paragraph, already set your line to double. Go up and do hanging indent at a 1/2 inch. Watch it. Here it comes. Boom. And now it is all formatted 100% correct, from the reference title to the proper spacing to the removal of the hyperlinks. No more gray. This is a great reference page. Now, obviously, you need to put these in alphabetical order, but that's not that important for this video. This is how you format an APA reference page, and pretty much any other reference page that you're going to be writing. It's formatted very similar. So use these techniques in whichever style guide that your teacher requires. You can apply what you've learned in this video to that style guide. Like always, if you've enjoyed this video, please leave comments below. Also, if you have any questions writing related, or if your teacher is picking on you and you don't know why, I'm talking about writing, writing related. If they're picking on something and they're not explaining it to you clearly, then please leave comments below, and I will try to make a video as soon as I can. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day.